Good morning. If you already joined us for the barre portion of the practice, here's the flow that goes with it. Standing into Tadasana at the top of the mat, which is where I left you at the end of the barre flow. Come up to the top of the mat, standing into Tadasana, mountain pose. Engage your core, roll your shoulders back again a few times. If you're just joining me, let yourself get a little bit more open here. And with your in-breath, reach up, rise up, exhale, hands to the heart. Keep those knees a little soft. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. And one more time. Inhale, rise. This time, fold forward with a long, flat back. Take your time. Maybe use those blocks, especially if this is your first real movement of the day today. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, let go. Root down, rise all the way back up. Hands to the heart. Let's do that again. Reach wide, big sun breath. Exhale, forward bend. Halfway lift, inhale. My knees are super soft. Exhale. One more time, flat back, rise, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Inhale, reach wide and up. Wide arms and an open heart to fold. Halfway lift. And let it go. Use the blocks to get your right foot back into a low lunge. Pause right here. Let yourself adjust for this first lunge. Begin to rise up, reach your arms up, soft bend in the left knee. Deep breath here, and bring your hands to the earth. Moving through a few slow flows here. Bring your left knee back to meet your right. Take a breath, little push up. Keep your heart open, come all the way down. Uncurl your toes, press into the hands. Cobra pose, lower high. Drag the hands back so you can stretch your chest forward. Exhale, release, downward facing dog, toes curl, hips lift. Right leg rises, three-legged dog, curl in, step through, low lunge, second side. Drop the back knee, again you can bring the blocks in for support as you settle in. Raise your arms to the sky, soften into the exhale, one more breath. And lower your hands to the blocks. Lift your left knee, step forward, fold. Halfway lift, knees are soft, exhale, fold. Root down, rise up, reach up, gather hands at heart center. Reach your arms wide and up, wide arms forward, fold. Halfway lift, and let it all go. Step back with your left foot this time, low lunge again. This time, rise with the breath. Inhale. Hands come to the blocks. Exhale. Set those to the side. Plank pose. Right knee meets the left. One push up. Come all the way down. Cobra pose. Toes uncurl. Heart lifts. Exhale. Release. Downward facing dog. Curl your toes. Lift your seat. Left leg rises. Three-legged dog. Step through to your low lunge. Second side. Drop your right knee. Rise with your breath, inhale. Hands to the earth, exhale. Step right to meet left, standing forward, fold. Halfway lift, and let it go. Root to rise all the way up to stand. Hands to heart, exhale. Inhale, reach wide and up. Wide arms, lead with the heart and fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Let it go, exhale. Step back with your right foot, high lunge. Keeping right hand on the block, peel the left arm open, and tap down. Peel open, tap down, getting a little bit longer through that left side every time, pause and hold. Hand comes down to the mat, set your blocks to the side. Three-legged dog, left leg rises to the sky. Bend, twist, and open. Extend your leg, balance your hips, low lunge, come back down. Drop your knee, rise with your breath. Settle in here, take an easy breath, lift your heart. Exhale, Hanuman, pop your left toes up and send your chest forward. Full breath here, complete breath out. Bend your knees, step forward, fold, right to left. Halfway lift, inhale. and let it go. Exhale, root to rise all the way back up. Wide arms, lead with the heart, forward fold. Halfway lift, step back with the left foot, high lunge. Again, block can be underneath that hand, peel the right elbow and arm up. Tap it down, getting a little longer through the right side every time. Tap it down, one more time, peel up and hold. Sweep your hand to the floor, sweep your right leg up and back. Three-legged dog, bend, twist, and open. Extend your legs, square your hips, low lunge. Step through with the right foot, drop the left knee, and rise with your breath. Settle in. Take a breath. Exhale, hands down, hips go back, half Hanuman. Pop those toes up. Again, keep leading with the heart. Bend into your knees, step forward, left to right, standing forward fold. Halfway lift, and let it all go. Root to rise, up to stand, hands to heart, exhale. Goalpost those arms. Begin to bring the right elbow underneath the left. So either for a hug or for eagle arms. Elbows about the height of the shoulders, if you can manage that. Whether you've got the hug or you've got the eagle, take a breath and bend into a chair pose. Keep it up here at a high bar stool today, but bring the weight into the heels, pull into your low belly. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Begin to bow forward as you lift and extend the right leg back, coming into a warrior three. Step all the way back, bring the heel to the floor, warrior one. Rise with your breath, unwind your arms. Get really spacious with the arms and shoulders. And as you exhale, bring your hands down to the inside of your left foot. Pick up your right heel, wiggle it back for a lizard, a very active lizard lunge. Squeeze your left heel and right toes towards one another as you stretch your heart forward. Maybe even take that left foot out a little bit wider. Long breath in. Long breath out. Step this left foot back next to the right. Come back to your plank. Feet are a little bit wider. Spin your heels right. Peel your left elbow and arm up. Bring it down. Spin your heels left. And spin your right elbow and right arm up. Bring it back down. Knees to the earth. Little push up. Flow through. Inhale, cobra, sphinx, or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Curl your toes, lift your seat. Come way up on your tiptoes, knees bend. Hop or step, forward fold. Halfway lift, and let it go. Root to rise, up to stand. Lift your heart, hands to heart. And we'll take that to the second side. We'll post your arms. Left elbow goes underneath this time, whether you've got the hug or you have the full eagle arms. Bring those elbows up to the height of the shoulders. Coming into that chair pose, lift and spread your toes and sink back towards the heels. Draw your belly in, neutralize your spine using your core, and rather than sticking your butt way out, just find a little neutral here. So not squeezing and tucking the tail, but also not overextending the tail. Begin to slowly bow forward over your legs and root into the right foot to extend your left leg back, warrior three. Find that focal point on the floor. Take another breath. We're stepping to warrior one. We want to make sure the feet are on railroad tracks. So step wide enough, anchor into your heel. As you rise up, reach your arms up. Feel that freedom in the shoulders and neck. And as you exhale, take your hands to the inside of your right foot, pop your left heel up and wiggle it back. Again, you might even want to widen out your right foot, a footprint. Finding this really active lizard, squeeze the right heel towards the left toes, balance your hips, and extend your heart. Plant your hands, step back with your right foot, Finding a wide-legged plank pose, spin your heels to the right, arm rises. Spin your heels to the left, elbow, arm rises. Come back to center, knees to the earth, little push-up, and flow through. Inhale, take it back, exhale, downward facing dog. Reach your right leg long, three-legged dog. Curl in and step through, coming into warrior two. Now for those of you who are close to a wall or some type of surface, you might want it for this. You would be facing the wall, and I'll kind of show you where we're going before we get there so you can position yourself or pause the video. So if you're close to a wall, you'll take your down dog at the wall. So you're facing the wall, a couple of block prints from the wall. So that as you step forward and rise up, you're not quite touching the wall. We will eventually come into half moon. So that same position we had in Barre class today, except our hand is on the floor. This way we have access to the wall with the top hand. So if you feel like you might need some help with balance today, position yourself close to a wall, a couple of block prints away from the wall. Otherwise, coming onto the mat, if you want to play and try it out here on the mat with me, again, that right leg rises and we step to warrior two. Back heel dials down, rise with your breath, bringing head over hips, squeeze your feet together, activate your adductors, your quads, your glutes. Make sure those arms are coming out in a nice long line. If your shoulders are tight, maybe flip your palms and soften your elbows and your shoulders to keep this core strong, the side body long. Extend your right leg long and tip into Trikonasana. Bring your hand behind your thigh or to a block, or behind your shin rather, and reach long from right hand to left. Keep your gaze in line with your heart here. Find that focal point, find that steadiness. Drag your feet slightly apart. It might even help you to spin your left heel out the tiniest bit. Take another breath in and out here. Float the left hand to the waist. Keep your focal point on the floor. Begin to bend your knee and find that block. Floating that back leg up for half moon pose. Now I'm keeping my focal point forward and down. Back heel is lifted. Same thing we did in Barre today. So little presses, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Point your toes. You choose, circle forward or circle back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now if you're at the wall, you're using that other hand on the wall or bar for help. Take a breath here, flex your foot, lift your heel a little higher, and slowly begin to fold forward over your legs. Bend your knees and stretch long. Find your forward fold, shake it out. Lift to a flat back and root to rise all the way up to stand. Hands to the heart. We'll move through that same flow on the other side, so I'm going to switch sides of the mat, so I'm not giving you my back side here. Step back, downward facing dog. Bend and stretch. Make some space. Extend your left leg, three-legged dog. Take a breath in and out here. Curl your knee in and step to warrior two. Spin the back heel down and rise with your breath. Again, making that long line with the arms. Deep bend to the left knee. Squeeze your feet together to activate the legs. Body is in a long line from head to hips. If you have a tendency to move forward or back, just place your hands on your hips so you can maintain that line. Otherwise, arms open wide, maybe palms up. Deep breath in and a full breath out. Take another deep breath here. Keep squeezing the feet in. Now stretch your left leg. Find Trikonasana triangle pose. Again, maybe spinning that back heel out the tiniest bit. Bring your hand behind your knee, your shin, your thigh, and extend up with the other arm. Really peel the heart wide open. Take your drishti forward and down, and get really familiar with that spot as we launch ourselves into half moon. So again, if you're at a wall, you're going to use this top hand at the wall for balance. If you're not, begin to bend your knee, reach for that block, and lift the back leg. Right leg long, and again, whoo, I need the wall for this side. Extend your leg, extend your arm, find that focal point again. Little pulses with this top leg. Heel press, heel press. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold and point. Your choice, circle forward or back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Flex and lift. Activate those outer glutes. And as you exhale, find that other block, standing forward fold. Bend and stretch your legs. Congratulations. Shake your head out now and yes. Bring your hands to your waist and rise with your breath. Coming all the way down to hands and knees, we'll come into a thread the needle. So I'm going to switch sides of the mat again here, not to be confusing. Bringing your hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips, extend your right arm out and maybe out and up. Thread underneath your left side. Rest on your shoulder, your temple, your cheek. Maybe walking those left fingers forward or the left toes back. Soften into your shoulders here. Long breaths. Begin to slide your left hand back in, press down to reach up, right arm rises. Right hand underneath the shoulder, left arm reaches out, maybe out and up, and take it underneath your right side, thread that needle. And again, maybe the right fingertips forward or right toes back. Slide your right hand in, press down to reach up. And bring your hand down. Cross your ankles, coming into Paschimottanasana. Send your legs straight forward and flex your toes back towards your knees. Keep your knees a little soft from here. Reach your arms up and fold down over the legs. Keep your heart open though. Not trying to get the nose to the knees. I'm going to separate my feet a little bit so they're hip width here. Give a little more room for my sit bones and booty back there. Nice long breaths in and out. With your next breath, slowly rise up. Bend your knees. We're coming to the earth for one last little fun thing here. Some eagle abs, crossing your right over your left or not. Crossing your left arm under your right for eagle arms or for a hug. Squeeze the shins together, take a breath here. Tap those toes forward, maybe your fingertips back if you have eagle arms. Otherwise, lift your elbows, and as you exhale, squeeze everything into the middle. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze in. Inhale, tap. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, tap. Unwind and switch. Switch your legs, switch your arms. Again, squeeze the outer shins together. Lengthen and hug in, elbows and knees. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze. Lengthen and release. Take a nice long full body stretch. Take a moment to close your eyes and reconnect to your breath. Begin to bend your knees. Perhaps taking a twist, a hug, a bend, a stretch. I'm just going to draw my knees to my chest and find a gentle rock. Begin to roll to one side or rock yourself up to any easy seat. If you're rocking, take a few moments, a few rolls here. And bring yourself up to sit. Close your eyes, find your easy seat, whatever that looks like. Sit well, head over heart over hips, and draw your hands to your heart. Welcome yourself to your day. Notice what might be calling to your heart or your head or your physical body today. And bring your thumbs to your third eye, honoring that. Wisdom of the head bowing to wisdom of the heart. Lift your chin, return your thumbs to your heart. Thank you so much for joining me for a flow today, whether it accompanied the bar practice or it was standalone. I hope it got you moving, your blood flowing, and inspired you for the day. In gratitude. Namaste. Thanks. Have a great day.